Hi, Andre.
Hey, Mum.
So you've been away, haven't you?
I have been away. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
off to South Korea for a few weeks.
Oh, well, that would be awesome.
It was, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Always seeing a new culture. First time been to South Korea.
Yeah.
Love the food, love the people.
Yeah.
So it was a good visit.
I think they're quite grateful to New Zealanders, aren't they?
They are, yeah. So
Yeah,
they've got
yeah.
a pretty treacherous history, and we helped them out in the Korean War in 1950. So they're very grateful for
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Zealand. Yeah,
Because I know Jasmine went as well, and she said the same thing.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's wonderful to see you
it's very good to
again.
see you too, because
Yeah.
you've been away as well.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And so what have you been up to?
My tour,
Yeah.
Bridging the Two Worlds tour, my debut tour.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how'd that go?
Pretty wonderful, actually. It was fantastic, and I learned a lot. And I couldn't be happier, to be honest, as in every way. So I think the most important thing for me was that spirit really joined me, and they helped a lot of people on my journey. I did a lot of readings at shows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
a lot of people got messages and touched a lot of souls, to be honest, and we were kept safe. And yeah, it was the travel was great, everything, and I really actually enjoyed connecting with our country, New Zealand. It is a beautiful country, and I haven't done a road trip for quite a while, and it was so beautiful. And I was dreading sort of the trip between Tauranga and Palmerston North, and it was the best trip.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wow.
was really good seeing Mount Ruapehu and the
Yeah.
desert road, and with great company. Yeah, and everything was very smooth, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah,
And you must have a good team around you.
an amazing team,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. The team was fantastic because it was leading right up to it. So there was like the professional people, my publicist Julie and Morgan, my creative person. He was incredible.
Yeah.
I had really great friends supporting me as well, and of course my husband and family.
Yeah.
And then Amy, my stepdaughter, she came in and really helped me with the meta advertising towards the end.
Right.
Julie
Yeah,
did
yeah.
a great job of publicity and getting me out there, and then Amy just sort of steered me in the direction a little bit near the end, which is great.
Right.
That really helped me, and just and also like MC and the girls actually on the road. So my manager Marilyn, like she booked everything, and she just absolutely made sure that everything behind the scenes
Yeah.
was I didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. Right.
She just did everything. She booked everything. She dealt with everybody at the events, the sound systems. I had nothing to worry about. And Anne, who's my PA, she's just always one beneath my wings. She's
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
she's definitely my hero. And she's just really good at the doing things like putting the event finder up, helping with the event finder, scanning the tickets, and also the most important thing, look at the financial side, which is really important as well, of course.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the show itself is just the little bit of the iceberg on top of the water, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There's so much that goes in behind it.
Do you know, it was, leading up was a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. But the thing about the shows is in the past, this is really interesting, I've always felt like really nervous before doing a show, and everybody says it's quite quite normal. There was some nerves, but actually, to be honest, I felt calm most of the time. It's
Right,
like,
okay.
it was really a different feeling. It was like, it
Yeah.
was really calm. And I just didn't feel stressed or anxious. And a couple of times had a few panics like you do, but
Yeah.
overall, I
Yeah,
was
right.
generally pretty calm.
Yeah. In the flow state.
Yeah, I was in the flow
Wow,
state.
cool.
very
And
much so.
so, I mean, there's a massive undertaking that you've done, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Why did you decide to do it?
It was actually Spirit that decided I should do it. It wasn't me. So I mentioned that in 2020, after Sensi Murder, I was going to do my debut tour, just to North Island at that point, and COVID hit, and that was the end of that. And then I guess like a lot of people experience like getting off track with COVID, and was never quite sure what to do. I was sort of a bit lost trying to find myself, and started the podcast and did a few shows, did a few fundraisers. And then I was doing a workshop, and that morning I said, Spirit, I know there's something I'm meant to do. Please, can you reveal it to me, because I don't know what it is. I knew I had a sense there was something. And then there's a lovely lady at my workshop called Lisa. I connect with her, and she's sort of saying, you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I was saying, oh, I wasn't sure. And then, I did a wee reading for her, and she got hold of her friend's a publicist, Julie, who I have met previously through my niece Josephine. But Lisa came back and said Julie is happy to promote the Kerry-Marie tour. And I thought, oh my God, I just asked for sign from Spirit in the universe, and it was given to me. And I thought, that's it.
Yeah, right.
So that's the whole reason for doing it, because I just had to really trust and have faith.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Well, that's very much in line with the show itself, right?
Yes, it
it's
is.
guided by Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's true,
yeah.
actually. The whole thing. I think that's probably why everything sort of fell into place. And that's why I think it was fairly calm.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a few little things behind the scenes that the team didn't tell me about. Things like, I think in Christchurch, they had to sign up Kelly-Marie instead of Kerry-Marie. But
Right.
there's other things that they kept hidden from me, which is I'm quite pleased about,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. I mean, that's a great team to be able to do
Yeah,
that, right?
they're
So
wonderful. Honestly,
last thing you need.
they're superb. They're top notch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank you to my team, honestly, all of you, my friends and behind the scenes as well. And also you can see Johan. So people ask why he's called Johan, but this is from my friend who loves art. She's studied mediumship as well. And she painted this for me because I love dragonflies. So really, to me, they're a physical manifestation of life after death. They're my book, Breaking Free, the Dragonfly. And when she gave it to me, I just got like a South African connection to the dragonfly. I didn't know why. And then I heard the name like John. I thought, I can't call my dragonfly John. And I know it's not John, but something similar. And then I woke up early hours in the morning, I got told Johan, which is Dutch South African name. And it means Yahweh, which is God is gracious.
Oh, right.
So that's quite beautiful. So Johan came with us, and my friend, the beautiful friend, 2 hours painting it for my birthday. It's got wee sparkles. So Johan, and people asked us about Johan as well.
Oh, wow, that's really special.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
That's why he's sitting there today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. You talked about ups and downs and challenges.
Yes.
Do you want to expand on any more of those?
Yeah, it was like leading up to it, to be honest, because my heart goes out to anybody putting on events, honestly. It's like basically getting people on seats. That's the most difficult thing. And it's the publicity, and it's the marketing, and it's getting word out as well, because even when people came to see me for one-on-one readings, they still didn't know about my tour and my show. So, and also, things are tight for people.
It's a economically, it's a very, very tough time.
And I understand it. So I tried to be very reasonable with my pricing. So I had to look at like covering the costs, and it was the most important thing. And at the back of my mind, I really wanted to try and give some money to hospice. And the only way I could achieve that is by covering the costs. And it's a lot more expensive than what you realise. So I didn't want to make it about money, but that was at the back of my mind. But I sort of accepted that after a while, feeling, well, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, whatever the financial situation is, it is, and I know I'm helping people. So I sort of accepted that. And I just think it was like trying to getting it out there and getting people to buy tickets, and I suppose a bit of doubt on myself and a few tears, and I'm like questioning myself. So I think you saw me go through that.
I saw a little bit glimpses of it here and there.
You saw some glimpses. And then I have to be honest, there were a few naysayers as well. And that was quite difficult when you get a few naysayers or put, and I just one thing I really learned, don't listen to the naysayers, and follow your strengths and believe in yourself. And it was about having determination and real belief. And I had to really stop. I looked every morning. My husband found me at 2:00 in the morning. In the early days, he came out, saw my light on, and he said, "What's your light on?" And I was looking at see how many ticket sales I had. And I hadn't had any that day, and I was like, really devastated. And I had to learn to sort of stop doing that, like focusing on the negative.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really good because it actually sort of pushed me and it made me get out there. And so that was probably the ups and downs. And then I think once I accepted to go with the flow, I said the main thing was like growing and going with the flow. So when I sort of just knew I was doing everything I could, just doing my best, and that the support would come, and if it's meant to be, it would work out, and it did.
Yes.
And there were some areas I almost cancelled as well. And when I went to Whangmata, I went to the happiness shop, and there's a lovely lady there called Lisa Grove. She does art. And I said, I'm not sure, because there's some couple of the areas I was quite worried about, like there was Palmerston North and there was Wellington. And when I turned to get a crystal, I turned around, she said, my guides have just showed me that they're the best shows. And in some ways they were quite revealing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So it was a beautiful Palmerston North. The people were great. So
Yeah. Right.
I loved connecting all the people in every area. Was fantastic.
Yeah. So you're very glad that you didn't cancel those shows then?
Oh, absolutely. And like Hamilton was another one, but then the sign came from the Infinity, Barry from the Infinity Centre in Hamilton. He got hold of me. He tracked me down through the Spiritualism New Zealand. And he wanted me to come and see and do a book signing the next day. It was great to see him. He was really supportive.
Nice.
And Spiritual New Zealand were great as well, and they turned up at my show in Wellington, Lower Hutt.
Very cool.
Yeah, and so did my publicist, so it was fantastic.
Isn't it incredible how much impact individuals have along that journey?
Yes. And I'm forever grateful to Amy, actually, my stepdaughter, because we are way off Whangmata, as you know, and I was like, oh, and then she just sort of stepped in and just helped me target a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a complex thing, so that trying to
Yeah.
advertise on social media is certainly a skill in
It's
itself.
a real, excuse me, need a bit of a frog in my throat. Okay.
All right, and tell us about the shows
Yeah.
themselves.
Oh, well, though, just actually one thing that I did for every show is that I did a guided meditation at the beginning, because you've got to get people into the mood. And I did that, and it really worked as well as I got a card from my Message from Spirit card. So I wanted everybody at that show, at every show, to get some sort of experience. So they had a card, Message from Spirit, and then I took them through this meditation process about going across a bridge and how they could meet their loved ones. And I had so many people come up to me afterwards and say that was the part they loved the most about the whole show, and the personal experience I had. And there was a lady in Auckland that came up to see me, and she said, my father never hugged me, and I saw my father and he gave me 25 hugs.
That's so nice.
And a lot of people, and this other lady said, I've never ever, she was in Christchurch, she said, I've never experienced that before. And it was amazing. How did that happen? And it was just incredible. So they all had a meditation. And then I would explain how I worked, and then I'd start putting it out to the audience and seeing who took it. And I had some incredible evidence that came through. Even surprised myself, and some things changed a little bit for me as well when I was doing it.
Oh, what things?
I found that particularly when I was in Palmerston North. So when I first started demonstrating, I used to go direct to people. The only thing about going direct is you can actually be psychic. So you can pick up a discarnate being in someone's aura. So you're aware that someone has passed, and you can pick them up in their auric field, but it doesn't mean that you're actually communicating with the spirit world. And it also closes it down, because you go straight to someone and people can be listening, but it's not about them. So I like connecting with the spirit world and going with the flow and opening up and getting people involved and people listening, and then eventually you get through evidence, you get one person, and that's how it mainly worked. But I was in Palmerston, and I had a lady that was joining with me, and I knew that she was over the right-hand side. I knew she was there. And as I was doing that meditation with everybody, meeting the loved one, this lady just butted in into my awareness. She came in, and she quite bouncy here. She had a very strong face. quite a hard woman and quite strong-minded. And she said, I'm coming first. And I'm going to go to my door, and I'm sitting there. And she just came in, and I knew that I had to go with her. I thought, gosh, I'm not going to fight with you, lady. You seem quite strong. So I came with her, and I said, I'm just over there. And I was exactly in the right area. And she's right next to me, sitting with my daughter right there. It was like, that was something quite unique and quite different.
Right. Yeah, really different.
And also that show was interesting. I picked up on a missing person, and the missing person told me that that there is hope, and that she'd passed, her body would be found. And she said, I'm out the back of nowhere. But they sort of knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So that was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And you mentioned hospice.
Yes. Yeah.
That your hope was and desire was to raise some money for hospice.
Yes.
How was that? How did that work
I
out?
managed to do that.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
So, we managed to sort of cover our costs and look at what I could give to hospice, and I made sure that every hospice got money from us.
Oh, like along the way.
We just did it at the end.
Yeah, right.
I worked it out, and we just gave every area.
Oh, right. So every area.
Every hospice got some area. So rather than just giving it, I was going to give it, depending on how it came out.
Yeah.
I was thinking about giving it just to Hospice New Zealand, but I ended up giving it to every area because that means that hospice gets it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really special. Yeah.
Yeah. So that made me feel really happy.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. That's really, really cool. I know that was super important to you.
It was very important to me because, lots of people are affected by cancer, a lot.
Yes.
And my family has a lot. So, and the amazing hospice is incredible. I mean, there is some government support,
for sure.
but they do need support from us as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And so for your shows, the demonstrations, why is demonstrating so important?
The reason why it's so important, because someone may experience a one-on-one reading. In fact, you may even hear the reading, but when you actually, it's hard to qualify it sometimes when you're just listening to somebody else's reading or someone else tells you about the reading. If you actually watch it for yourself, it is actually can be quite life-changing and quite amazing, and you can touch lots of people. So, the really interesting thing is that I went to a lot of skeptics. That was a great thing about opening it out. Is a lot of skeptics got readings, and a lot of males got readings.
Right. Okay.
And it's just a public demonstration of spirit. So, there's someone that said to me, that came to me along as a surprise, and she said to me, I was sitting on the fence, and she said, I saw you demonstrate, and now I've fallen off the fence. And she said, there's no doubt, and I totally believe. So that's what, so they have to see it to believe it, really. So I feel that's quite incredible to actually see it demonstrated, because you're actually showing and publicly life after life, evidence of life after life. That these are people I've never met before. Yeah, or sometimes occasionally there was someone that may have seen me. Apparently there's one up in Whangarei, and I can't remember them. It was from so long ago, so I can't remember reading. So but mainly it was like strangers, complete strangers I never met before.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
What a way to connect with the world.
Yes, it was really cool. And it was one, and Tauranga was really interesting. I kept on going to these two sisters, and it's hard not to interpret because all I heard was journey, 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 and I kept saying, you're going on a journey, because and then I said, look, I keep on hearing journey, and she said, that's my sister's name.
Oh, right. So,
things like that, I thought I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was something about this lady at the end, and I just felt that her mum liked going to the beach and picking shells, and that she'd bring the shells home, and then I just said, and I said, she's wearing something on your neck. And she said, yes, you couldn't tell from where I could see it, but it was her mum's shell.
Oh, right.
So that was really special.
Very special.
And the last message of the whole tour was extra special. So it was really special. So there was a gentleman that came through. He looked quite a stern gentleman. And he ended up going to the sun. And the sun looked like him, but the sun looked a bit softer. And he brought through the evidence, and he knew it's the sun. And all I heard was, I had to really trust, all I heard was bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. And it was like, this is strange. But I just said, I'm just going to give it. I said, I'm hearing bubbles. And he went, and I went, yeah, it's something to something to do with a child and bubbles. And he went, oh. And what had happened, and so he explained, was that his father was dying, and they brought the wedding forward, and a week before he died, he went to the wedding, and the groom picked up his daughter who was supposed to blow the bubbles, and she spilt the bubbles all over him, because I said there was an incident with the bubbles and all over him, and it was like, that was my last reading. And then at the end of the night there, we had problems with the sound system, and that was definitely spirit interference. You could hear the sound system was like, ooh. And it doesn't matter how many times we tried to let power, it wouldn't work. But when the show wasn't happening, it would work. Some people could hear the mutterings of spirit in the background. Amazing on the sound system. But everybody's okay with that, which is really nice. But when we were leaving, I was talking to Anne, my PA, and I said, oh, it's interesting to see that message about the bubbles at the end. And then the event manager went running off and said, I've got something for you. She came with this beautiful bottle of bubbles for us. It was like champagne.
Yeah, right.
It was like, I just felt that was really a gift from spirit. I totally, for all of us, all three of us, it was the ones that came with Marilyn and Anne and myself, and his bubbles was say, congratulations, you've done a really good job, you know?
Yeah, wow.
That was so cool.
That's so special.
Yeah, I have to say, Marilyn's a fantastic driver as well. She's a really good driver.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, when you actually get lost in that, she was amazing. She just knew her way around everywhere. So
Nice.
yeah, she was
great. It always helps to have that sort of security around you.
And the MC we had, Sharon, she's over in Australia now, but the MC in Whangarei and Auckland was, Sharon was absolutely fabulous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was really good to get us started. Yeah.
So how did you find MCs? Because did you have a different one for each show or something?
No, I just used my team. So Sharon offered,
Yep.
and she's done my MCing before. She's great. She's really got the gift of the gab. And
Right.
Auckland was running a bit late, so she just made everybody laugh and
Nice.
entertained them all. She was fantastic.
Perfect.
People have commented about how great she was. And
Oh, that's nice.
and Whangarei as well. And then me Marilyn took over being the MC. So we sort of got into a way of doing everything.
Yeah, nice.
And I changed my clothes as well. So that was something different. So only apart from Hamilton was the only place we didn't, but it was because I just felt it was a show. So that's why I had the cards, had the demonstration. I changed my clothes. I thought, just make it a show because I love dressing up. That's me.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I had a competition as well.
Oh, nice.
So I, instead of just going pick number 53 or whatever, I did it psychically and said, and it was some real bloopers as well. I said some really funny things, and I'll tell you later about the dog and how long everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
I got foot and mouth disease sometimes, and I just said anyway. We had some really funny situations, and I said something really, really funny in Christchurch as well. But it just sort of happened, and so someone won a prize at the end just by me. But through an elimination.
Right.
It was about someone who played soccer and someone who'd had tattoos and someone who had a dog, and it just got more and more evidence. And then someone going away on holiday or shifting house and that sort of thing. And they had a choice of a book, a set of cards, or a $50 voucher. So I left it
nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's always adds something to the show.
It was something different, you know. Yeah.
So it looks like you had a really good time. It sounds like
amazing.
It was very successful.
Yeah, it's been life-changing, I think.
Yeah. Will you do it again?
I will do another tour.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I probably won't go to 7 places because I found through this one, by the time I got to Palmerston, I was pretty exhausted. And I thought I had to really find it in myself to keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased I did, but I feel I'll probably maybe 3 or 4 next time. And I think Spirit has also told me that I need to break it up. So I need to have the North Island and then another time the South Island.
Okay.
So they gave me that when I was on the plane.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do another show.
In another show as well? So separate to a tour, standalone show.
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, because I just sort of keep the momentum going and people... people need to hear from the spirit world, and I think there's different mediums that demonstrate, and we all relate differently. We all demonstrate differently. Some people may prefer somebody else to me, and that's okay. So I guess you get your own following, people that want to see you. So I've decided that I'm going to do another one, probably local. Yeah,
Nice.
so that's soon to come out.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting to after Easter, and then I'm going to sort it out. Yes.
And do you have anything else in the pipeline?
Yes, I have lots of things in the pipeline,
Right. Of
Andre.
course you do.
Yeah, yeah. So but I've been talking about this for many years, and I apologise to anybody who's been waiting for these. I'm not going to tell you the name yet. That will be revealed, but I have got a new set of cards, and I do 52. So this morning I'm up to 27.
Nice.
So I've been waking up in the morning and channeling messages from Spirit. So they're coming out, and I'll be announcing those pretty soon. So that's quite special and exciting.
Yes.
So that is, I don't like saying I'm going to do something and don't do it, but I decided this is the times now.
Cool, and you're past halfway, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's coming out, and then there's a show, of course. The other thing that I really want to do is I'm looking probably at the end of September, maybe September going early October, around that time, around spring. I'm going to look at a week away for people that maybe already are mediums, or people that really want to develop as a medium. It's open up to all sorts, but it'll be a week, so it'll be like you live in. So the thing that I really, really enjoyed about Arthur Finney College was being around like-minded people. It's like my husband loves being around musicians or people that have got motorbikes. He's just, because they were like a family, really.
Sure, yeah.
So when I went to Arthur Finney College, it was incredible. At breakfast we talked about Spirit. At lunch we talked about Spirit. At dinner, at the bar at night, outside, talking to the smokers. That were just all they talked about as the experiences, and we talked and talked about it, and around that energy and the most incredible tutors and stuff like that. So it's a long, long way to go to Arthur Finney College. I am a member of the SNU. I'm proud of that, and I've got CSNU for private readings, for demonstrating and speaking. They're actually going to, I noticed it wasn't listed on their website, so they're going to do that, which is really great. So I'm part of that, but I would like, and it's unique, but I want to develop something like that in New Zealand. I don't know where it's going to go. It can be open up to Australasia. We'll just see. It's nationwide. So I'm just going to have a week away, and people stay, so they don't have to worry, leave all their worries aside. Or it's all catered for, and they're around like-minded people in a safe environment. And I've got something that I want them to do at the end, because I want them to practice doing what I do. I just love empowering other mediums or people that want to learn.
Yeah, right.
Make it a safe environment. So that's a lot of work to get that up and running as well.
Yeah, that's a big little project.
Yeah. I'm doing mentoring. I've got my first student, and that's been absolutely incredible. She's amazing, as well as my readings. So I'm been really booked out, which has been great, except that I'm pulling back a little bit, just a tiny bit after Easter, so I can do these other things.
Yeah, right.
And but I'm still doing one-on-ones, because I think one-on-ones are really important, really important, because you really touch people on a deep level.
Yeah.
So I'll still be a service to others. That's what I'm doing. And also something we talked about, Andre, is the meditation's been released. So we have done some.
Yeah, yeah. So that will be coming out in the next few weeks?
Yeah, next few weeks.
Yeah,
so we've been so I'll be going onto my Spiritual Truths channel.
Okay. That's how we're going to put it. Nice.
Yeah. Well, we think we'll be doing that, Spiritual Truths channel?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I've got a YouTube channel, so.
Yes. Yeah, makes sense.
And it's all free for people, be on YouTube and Spotify.
Yep. So that's something we're working on at the moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Jeff Clarkson's music.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and I'll be, somebody mentioned that I should do the same meditation that I did on my tour, so I'll be doing that as well, just so people can connect to their loved ones. I think that's really important.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, tying that in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so going back to the tour.
Yeah.
What's your most learned experience?
I think it is trust.
Yeah.
It's trust in yourself, trust in others. I had to trust others. I had to really let go and trust. And I think very much trust in spirit. So trust was a huge thing. I feel, and I think also determination is like, I was very determined, and I think that determination, tenacity is really important. And the other thing was saying never too old.
Yeah, right.
So I think it's a big thing, because people think you get to a certain age and that you should be retiring and that's the end of your journey. And I think that's something I've taught you
Yeah, absolutely.
as your mum.
Yes.
I'm a nana as well.
Yes, you are.
And Spirit's just saying to me, wow, Spirit's saying to me to be courageous. So I'd like to say to the listeners, be courageous. That's what they said to me, be courageous. Because one of the things that I feel that happens but I've been told, either when you pass away or at the end of the life, it's not the mistakes you make that you most regret, it's the risks you didn't take.
Sure. Yeah.
So I will be courageous, and you're never too old. Be determined. Trust that the right people will turn up at the right time. I mean, to be honest, I saw Amy as an earth angel, to be honest. She came in just at the right time.
Yeah, nice.
It was unexpected, and it was, and I'm forever grateful to her.
Yeah.
And I'll be getting her to help me some more promotions as well, which is really
good.
nice. She's very good at it.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And so, so if you want to book a reading with me as well, just go to kerry-marie.co.nz. It's simple. It's an easy booking system. The other thing is that I noticed we didn't have on my website is to subscribe to the newsletter, because people say, how do we find out about this? And when people book for a reading, they can subscribe to my newsletter. So subscribe to the newsletter. I don't overflood you with newsletters, so I try to keep them really interesting. Morgan's fantastic at creating them. He does beautiful newsletters. I try to make them really interesting.
Yeah.
And you keep up to the latest news about what I'm doing, when my show will be, when the tour will be, when my cars will be released, that meditations, all that sort of thing. Also my week away, which will be sort of like a training week. I haven't got the name of it yet. It'll come to me. And so go to my website, kerry-marie.co.nz. It's got everything there. Also to subscribe to the podcast, because we need more subscribers as well. And it helps the podcast, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it does.
And it means I get notified. And it's a resource. The thing is that it's a free resource and anybody can watch it. So it's very mind, body and soul. And everybody gets something different out of it. So it's not just me talking. There's lots of different people that I interview as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to see my son, which is great.
Yeah, you can see me.
Yeah.
And others.
Others, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm really happy. It was successful and I was supported. And I just once again thank you to everyone that was there for me. And for the people. Also, one thing I didn't say thank you to, thank you very much for those that actually believed in me enough to actually come to my shows and pay that money and come along. And at time, because I know we're all really busy people, and sometimes it was on a school night during the week. So I so appreciate you participating. That honestly means everything to me, and I will see you again hopefully. And also let us know, send me an email, kerry@kerry-marie.co.nz, or make a comment on the podcast about where you'd like me to come next when I do a tour. Blessings and love.
Well, and last thing,
Yes.
congratulations for the tour.
Thank you.
And looking forward to whatever comes next.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.